Hi, everyone. My name is Matthew Barden, and I am a music composer. So, what is a music composer? Well, at this point in your music class, you've probably started learning a bit about different parts of music. What's the melody or the rhythm and things like that. Um, but what you may not have noticed is that for every piece of music, some person has to have decided, hey, I want this music to sound like this. And they have to write out everything that happens in the music so that way other people can play it or sing it or record it so that way you can stream it online and listen to it, things like that. So whenever you play any kind of music in your music class, someone had to go out and write out the music so that way you could then sing it or play it. One way I like to think about doing all of this is kind of like making the music is kind of like making a recipe. All right, so let's say I've got a recipe here for making the best chocolate chip cookies. Well, if you look through the recipe, it tells you, that you need all of these things right here, and then you go down more, and it tells you that these are the steps to follow in order to create the same kind of chocolate chip cookies as the person who made the recipe wanted to make. Well, music's a lot like the same thing. Um, right? Only instead of saying, go in and go out to the store and buy some eggs, I may, as a writer, may say, I want you to listen, sing these words or play this instrument. And the instructions may be instead of preheat the oven to 350 degrees, they may be, play the note B flat for 3 seconds and get quieter, things like that. Um, Whenever I write the music out, I usually put all of the things about the music in one spot so people can find it. I have one that I did fairly recently on the screen here, and again, this is just everything about the piece all right here. Um, I usually start out, actually writing everything out on a piece of paper, and then you can actually use computers today in order to, you know, get everything together so that way the music can be something that other people can read and perform. So that's kind of what this is right here. Uh, so this kind of page tells, I have to go all the way back to the beginning, tells everyone, hey, here's the music, here's all the ingredients, everything you need, and everything right there. And then as they go through, if I scroll in, there's all the instructions, play these notes and things like that. That's just one of many ways to do things. I mentioned using computers. A lot of people use computers to make music, and then they could even be performed by the computers. Whenever I write, again, I start with writing everything out by hand and then move it into the computer. I have a very fancy setup that I use at home, so that way I can go in and do all of my music work just like this right here. It's a little messy when you look at it, but it gets the job done. Um, so you have that there. So that's just one of many ways that you can go about doing this, though. A lot of people might write music only on the computer, or someone who's writing music that gets played only by big orchestras, or that get things like that. It's all slightly different. Every person works a little bit differently. Okay, so someone who's recording the new song that gets streamed is going to work differently than someone who wrote the soundtrack for the movie or does some of the stuff that you would be doing in your music class. All right. But what's important to remember is that all of them are kind of focusing on the same things, the same parts of the recipe. They have to think about, what do I want the melody to be? Or do I want the rhythm to be something, fast and exciting, bum ba da bum ba da bum ba da bum ba da bum, or something really long and slow and, flowing and lyrical? Or should I pick out certain words or make certain changes to different things? In order to make the music sound just how I want. And again, that's pretty much what a composer does. There's more things to it, but basically we just go in and just, we make the recipe for all of the musicians to follow. All right, so I hope this was kind of helpful for y'all just to figure out what it is a composer does. Again, every time you look at different music, someone somewhere had to, go and write that music and be the composer. Right, and sometimes takes people a long time to do it. They may go to school for a long time to learn how to do all the things. Other times they may just begin writing the music, and there it goes. Uh, so I have all that. If you have questions about all this kind of thing, how might you, if you wanted to write some music, how would you do that? Or, why should I really care about the composers and things like that? Be sure to ask your teacher. She'll be able to, help you figure all of that out and kind of help you learn more and more about music and who makes it,